No one's talking about how My Hero All's Justice just introduced Awakenings. Quirk Awakenings are rampant in the final arcs of My Hero, from Toga during Season 5 to Deku in the later parts of that season and even Bakugo in Season 6. Quirk Awakenings very much so are likely what a new mechanic that was teased in the All's Justice announcement trailer is based on. If you guys don't know, I'm Kai. We make anime gaming videos, and if you want to keep up on the latest anime game videos such as My Hero Academia All's Justice, then make sure you guys are subscribed and hit the notifications. Let's try to get 50 likes on this video. Now, during the trailer for All's Justice, we see a Deku who is fighting with a glow around him. This seems familiar, and this usually is an indication of a heightened state or an awakening. Games like Storm, Jump Force, even Bleach Rebirth the Souls use indicators to signal to the player that they or the other person are in a heightened state. This could also be unique to Deku, and there might be a secondary or more universal glow for characters who do not possess a quirk awakening to display their increase of power. However, I should add, because gear shift in the anime is also showcased in this trailer, and when Deku uses it, it makes him glow bluish, and I looked at the anime, it shows the same thing. However, a second thing to note is that Armored All Might has this same glow around him, and you can see this during the producer video. So while at first it might dismiss that this is an indicator of an heightened state, this might actually point to the possibility of in fact being a all-around aura that all characters will have when they go into their awakening. Now, this awakening mechanic could be the work around for giving some characters new forms. As previously mentioned, Deku, One for All, Gear Shift. That could be the thing that's being utilized. So this could also be a way to get prior Deku slots. This could be a way to see the OG 100% Deku from Season 4. This could also work with previous characters like Shigaraki, who reawakened his quirk during his fight with Reed Destro. We could get a proper showcasement of him. Now, even characters like Shoto with his Phosphor ability, he could properly be showcased during the awakened state. Now, while characters like Dabi could go into a heightened state, I don't see us getting a special form change for Dabi. Now, characters like Mineta who don't possess a quirk awakening or any proper form change, it's kind of hard to see what they're going to do. However, chances are they're going to do something similar to what they did with All Might, where they show a blue aura around the characters regardless. Now, officially, the producer of My Hero All's Justice stated that with the new Rising system, you can significantly boost the power of your character by unleashing their full potential. Now, what's interesting here is that during the trailer slash producer cutscene, we see that Deku utilizes Gear Shift, and once he does that, we see him essentially go into a awakened state. Now, this could be what they were hinting at, but we know that the Rising system, it significantly boosts the power of your character and unleash their full potential. Now, as far as we know, the Rising mechanic or system is just an awakened state. Now, they're going to explain all this stuff later on. If you don't want to miss that, then of course hit the subscribe button. But from a fundamental standpoint, this sounds like an awakening. The Rising system is an awakening and or it's a comeback system. Several key moments in the series can point to this being kind of both. In one such fight, Deku fight against Muscular and he nearly loses, but he pushes pass and he wins. Or with All Might fighting against the Nomu, again, the Nomu was stacked on purpose so that All Might would have a difficult time and lose, but again, he was able to beat him. These type of fights could highlight this comeback system or even a heightened system, if you will. But the question becomes, if this Rising system is temporary or is it permanent? Now, if it's temporary, will we have to build to this during battle and once used, will we lose it after a certain amount of time, or once achieved, we can use it for the remainder of the battle, no matter which round it is. If this is a permanent thing during battle after it's activated, I guess it would be cool. However, if it's a temporary thing, similar to games like Jump Force, you may have to achieve this state to do massive damage, like with an ultimate. That's probably going to rub some people the wrong way. Now, if this locked certain moves until characters achieve this heightened state, it might actually be interesting because it would activate more the character could do once they achieve this state, so it would give them a reason to want to utilize this state. The rising system could also serve to introduce additional moves. So besides changing the basic moves, they could also change the actual special moves of the characters. Similar to Storm with some of the characters, we could see characters get new quirk abilities once awakened. Based on how Deku is shown using the awakened state, he is using Black Whip, then attacks with his legs and fists. We also see an after image effect happening as he attacks and moves. Now again, if this isn't due to gear shift and him being in the one for all states, then this might be in relation to the awaken or the heightened state, or this could be unique to Deku, but we don't know 100% yet. Even though Armored All Might brings that into question. Now, we also see Deku not in the state attacking with a combination of Black Whip, fist, and legs, and it looks similar. So at first, chances are the awakened state doesn't change up the basic attack that Deku employs. However, we do see another full combo that Deku employs in the video here, and it's different from the one that he used in his first awakening showcase. So it does bring into question whether it actually truly changes moves or not. Now, it does at least show that Deku has different moves that he can utilize in his arsenal in the way that he fights. Now, as mentioned earlier, All Might is shown in the producer's video to also be in what I call the awakened state, as he has the aura around him. This might be a means to showcase other people have the aura, or it might just be a way to balance out the game. You give everybody the awakening, everyone has it. My Hero has several characters I believe could have a form change. If you would like to hear me speak about what characters I believe will have one, comment down below. I also plan on replaying both One's Justice and One's Justice 2 to assess what made the games great, what made the games kinda iffy on the bad side, ultimately just retrospecting, reviewing these games, so it gives you guys a better way to grasp my thoughts and how I ultimately think about these games. So if that interests you, then stay tuned. I'll be replaying these games, and you can definitely check it out on the channel. Make sure you guys are subscribed, turn on notifications. What yo, I'm Akai. Let's try to get 50 likes, and I'll catch you guys later.